Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to October's edition of Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. The last Wednesday of the month, Crystal from Pineapple Papers puts up a layout with a lovely pin, you know, all those pins that we keep pinning and that we never use. So she gets a project up, and many of us join along with her. She had done, if you recall, she had done a complete series for the entire month of July where she did a video a day, and many of us joined in a few times throughout the month, but certainly not every single day. And then we decided that it was so much fun, and it was fun getting some of those pins used as inspiration, since that's what we pin them for. So we decided we would continue with the series on the last Wednesday of every month. So this month I went a little bit more traditional with my pin, and I took a lovely sketch from Laura Whitaker. I don't know exactly when this one was published, but I know I've had it on my board for quite a long time. I just love sort of little clusters down at the bottom when my layout, I don't often do central layouts. I tend to either do a 1/3, 2/3 this way, or of course horizontally. So I like that design to begin with. And then I always find that getting a little cluster or some embellishment down at the bottom frames it and balances it. So that's one of the reasons I had pinned this sketch. And then, of course, there were banners. I love banners. Banners are to me, they're just, they add interest more so than just a rectangle, and they're so easy to do. Snip, 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 and you have a banner, and there we go. So this is the one that I chose for this month, and I followed it pretty true. I would say I stuck pretty true to the sketch. I did add some mixed media underneath it. As you know, I've been trying to play a little bit more with Bouton mixed media products. So I got the iridescent glaze out, one of her stencils, and I just did a nice little background here. So I guess because of the dark cardstock, I used a cardstock background, it almost gives the iridescent glaze a sort of silvery look, which is kind of lovely, I find. And, you know, it may be a little unexpected for brown. You would expect more of a gold finish, but I quite like the effect. Then I also did some down here, but then when I did the mixed media down at the bottom here of the layout, I left sort of a couple of big holes, and it was a little bit awkward. So I had to make my bottom embellishment area higher, and then I had to get some journaling all the way across because there were a couple of awkward gaps here. So this sort of just built as I went along. So the first thing I did, of course, I got the mixed media down. Then I was using that little mini kit that I had put together one of the first videos I did of the Stash Dive spending freeze, the year-long spending freeze that I'm on with a lot of my scrap buddies. And if you recall, I had put a little mini kit together based on some lovely papers and embellishments I had found from an old Bow Bunny, the Bow Bunny Weekend Market collection that I had in my stash, and I had added a few papers and other embellishments. So I dug that back out, and I used that on this layout. So I'm quite happy. So this little mini kit is almost done, and maybe by the time this video actually goes up, it may be entirely done, because I am recording this a couple of weeks ahead of the last Wednesday of the month. So I used the papers that I had there. I just had a little bit, a sliver of this paper, so I cut a little banner, just cut the bits off, and I put them exactly where they were on the sketch. I used some of the 6x6 paper here to put along just a strip, a little 1/2-inch strip here down at the bottom. And then I did a little scallop border, like there is one here, added that to the bottom there. And I just matted my photo with the one piece of pattern paper, and it is flat to the layout. I did not put it up on foam. A little piece of a sticker, so I used what I had left, and this was from the Bo Bunny collection. I used the rest of this sticker down here, but it was just a little too long. So I cut it a bit, and then I put the rest of that up here. A little tag from the sticker sheet. And you will have seen in my Freeze Friday last week, or even the week before, that this entire sticker sheet got used up. So I cut this little tag in two. I tucked half of it behind the photo here, half of it down here to give some height to my cluster here. There was a circular element here, so I just used a flare, a lovely flare that was in those bowls on my desk. Put a little sticker, Paradise, because both Chopin and Sophie are having little snoozes. They're watching what I'm doing on my scrap table. Chopin is my constant scrap buddy. He is always there when I'm scrapping. Depending on what I'm doing, he's either watching here just in case something flies off the trimmer, or he's having a little bit of a snooze if I'm doing quieter things. And when Sophie, his girlfriend, comes to stay with us, well, she gets up on the table as well. And here you can see she's actually using the trimmer as a little bit of a pillow. And here they are both just trying to see what's going to happen. See what's going to come out. I think this was, I was getting ready for a Secret Not Secret Kit Club party weekend, so there was lots of activity, so they were both there just watching what was going on. I found a new collage app, and it's called Pic Collage, I think, and I love it because you can do borders around and in different colors. And it's got a lot of fun, different sizes. So I've been using that lately, and that's what I used for this photo. And then the title was here, and I thought I would just use this, was from a sticker sheet that I put in some of those mini kits that I am using for the Nicole Jones 911 Scrapathon 4. I took the sticky off, popped this on foam, and then I just used one of those little stickers, activities today and every day, because when I'm scrapping, Chopin is always there, and when Sophie is in town, she's always there as well. And then I just filled in a few of the gaps with some enamel dots in the sort of blue that is here in the picture, so I could bring it out and give a little bit of contrast. So I really kind of love this. And then I came back down here and basically followed the same kind of little idea. I put this ruler, a little scalloped border, the same 6x6 paper that I was using here, just a small little strip of it. So I have all different lengths here, so they all finish at different lengths so that we can still see the lovely mixed media. I added this one because really this gap to me was just too big. So this one is sort of a little bit difficult because it was a bit difficult to get everything up and pop it in afterwards, but I got it done. I put another flare. So that means I have a flare here and a flare here. And then originally I wanted to get maybe a flare here or here so that I would have the flare in triangles as the sort of circular elements are here. But when I was putting a flare there, I didn't like, I thought it was just too much. It was too chunky. So I decided that my circular element here would simply be the enamel dot. And this might be a little bit heavy on this side, but having this popped up on foam dots, I figure it's not so bad. I tucked a label here and I just put August 2019, Born to Explore, because that goes with this picture. And even this one, when Chopin is inspecting quite closely whatever that layout is I was doing at that point. and added a couple of enamel dots there as well. So I would have the enamel dots in triangular shape. And then I just put here a little bit of journaling, really more to just bridge this gap than that there be any real story, but simply Chopin is my constant companion on the scrap table, but I love it when Sophie also joins in. So there you go. So I kind of love this layout in the end. It's got the darker, earthier tones, but the blue sort of brightens it up and goes with the photos. I stayed pretty close to the sketch that I had pinned. So we got one more pin used up. So please make sure you pop on over to Crystal's channel because she definitely has a layout up today. And quite a few of my scrap buddies, I'm sure, are participating today as well. And I will have several links down below for you to follow and for your Pinterest inspiration, fun and games today. So if you play along and you share either on the Mercy Tiara group, or if you have a YouTube, you can use, or on Instagram, use the hashtag OTBWPP, so off the board with pineapple papers. And I will see you with another Pinterest pin-inspired project on the last Wednesday of November. See you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.